Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Zululix here with another Mortal Kombat 1 video. I know we haven't had the opportunity to play this game for a while, so here we are playing some more of it. But today I want to introduce the idea, or I guess the concept of a new series called the Dojo, or at least that's what I'm calling it for now, until we come up with a better name. Where I basically take you through my process of learning new characters in fighting games. It's not just going to be like a Mortal Kombat exclusive kind of thing, but yeah, I thought that just might be fun because I get a lot of questions from my friends that are getting into fighting games or don't really like understand fighting games or don't really play them that much, like when I try to explain to them how difficult it is learning a new character, they're just a little like taken back or surprised by it. So I thought this might be a fun little series, not only to just show people my learning process and some cool stuff you might be able to do with some of these characters at like a very early beginner level, but also just show my buddies what learning a new character takes and what you got to memorize and stuff like that compared to like what they're more used to in like, you know, shooter games or hero shooters or something like that. But anyways, with all that out of the way, with all my jibber-jabbing, if you couldn't tell by the title of the video, we are going to be taking a look at the T1000. I haven't actually gotten a chance to play as him yet. I just downloaded it, well, actually re-downloaded Mortal Kombat 1, but I just downloaded him, so we're going to be taking a look at him, seeing what he can do, and seeing what we can come up with in the spot in, like, the manner of, like, an hour or so. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. Alright, we're in here, and the first thing we are going to do is just mark all of his regular combo strings. Now, you could mark each like little variant or increment of it, but normally I just do the full combo, and I can figure out on my own like where I can special cancel. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a special normal, this, that. I know it's real fun hearing me say this and that and everything. But we're just going to go through here and we're going to mark all of the regular strings. If we have enough marks. We barely. We back 4 and down 4. But down 4 is always a sweep. So, or back 4 is always a sweep. But yeah, here we go. I know it's not great to look at. It kind of covers up the character, but we have all the information we need. I also, if you're watching this and you're new to Mortal Kombat or just new to learning fighting games and stuff, if you go to your practice settings here, you can set like all kinds of things like your health. I usually just keep mine at 1 for testing fatal blow combos and stuff like that, but I recommend turning on frame data for both and just keeping all of this this fighter HUD on so you can see if a move is, you know, a high, a mid, an overhead, a low, or whatever. And you can also see the frame data so you can see which moves are your fastest moves, which moves are your slower moves, and all that good stuff. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at this first one. 1, 2, 1. 3-hit string. What is that? A high, a mid, to an overhead. Alright. And at first we're just going to mess around with the buttons. We'll look at like what's safe and what's not safe a little later on. But yeah. So back 1 is a 2-hitting high, but it like kind of pulls them in. You'd think it would have better reach, but the reach on it's not super fantastic. Alright, and then we have forward 1, 3, and then grab. Sick for a little quick 16%. And leaves them at like a medium distance. Like, see, like back 1 wouldn't even connect from here, so you'd have to, you could maybe like, I don't know, let's see. You could maybe do that, and then while they're on the ground, dash up and surprise them with that, but 14 frames, so it's not exactly the fastest button. So yeah, I usually do just go through them in a list, but I do like to start getting the gears kind of turning on what kind of stuff I could put together or what kind of, you know, stuff I could maybe, you know, what works well, you know. But yeah, let's go into forward 1, 4. Ooh, a 2-hitting mid, and it's advancing. See, I think this has like a greater range than the back 1 does. And then, yeah, okay. So double hitting mid. I bet I could do cameo moves off of this, huh? Oh, yeah. Sweet. So maybe I could do like, So you're already figuring out little combos. That's 23% meterless. Alright, moving on, we have 2-4 and then grab. Another string ending in a throw, but this, how much damage this do? I didn't even look at it. 14%, that's alright, but what I like about this is how much screen movement you get. You move quite a bit. You do leave them at a distance, which maybe we have some specials that we could use from here. But that's good to know if I need to, like, say I am, let's see if I can quickly do this. Hey, let's say I'm in the corner and I'm trying to get out of the corner. Maybe I can just quickly land this, gain some ground. While they're on the ground, I can move up, and then just like that, corner, not so much of a threat anymore. But let's go ahead and set this back to center. Okay, then we have back 2, which is an overhead, and I think this launches for combos, maybe? Oh, yep, you can definitely dash into it for combos. And just looking at the moves, the move list earlier, we can hold this. I think it had some other options, which we'll look at in a second. But, yeah, we can delay it. And we can go into combos and stuff. Sweet. Then we have forward 2-2, a double hitting mid again. Pretty quick with 15 frames, but I think this was actually faster. Yeah, forward 1 is a faster mid. But this has some pretty good range on it too, though. I think it has probably more range than back 1, I'd assume, right? Yeah, that doesn't hit from there, but that does. Okay. Then we have 3-1, or 3-2, 1-2. Oh, nice. There was an overhead in there, I think, too. Yep, the third hit is an overhead, which you can stop and maybe special cancel off of. I'm just doing down forward, too. And I think that's a special move. That's usually a special move. So, yeah, it looks like you can special cancel after the third hit, which is pretty nice. Maybe after the second hit. Yep, after the second hit as well. So you could throw people off by doing 3 hits this time and then canceling it. Next time I could do just 1 or whatever. All right, moving on. Nasal Pierce. Back 3, 2, and then grab. Another grab string. All right. This leaves them a little bit closer. So this one, I think, starts in, what, a low? Yeah, so we have 1 throw string that starts at a low, 1 that starts in a high, and 1 that starts in a mid. So you can end in a throw regardless of what you want to do, and then use ground pressure. And then last string, 4-3, 4-3, 4, which is just a slice and dice. This is just, oh, there's no way that that is safe. I'm making a prediction. All right, but that might be good to end in because it does so much damage, and it's flashy. I would want to end combos in this anyways, just because it's flashy. So if we have a restand or something, and like this might not be a bad option to go into. And it knocks them decently far away. So we have, I think when I was messing around, down forward 1. Yeah, so you might be able to, like, I don't know, knock them away with this, and then when they're on the ground, you can hit them with that as soon as they get up. Enhance it, probably get even closer. Yeah. I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but man, listen, I'm gonna get this as soon as possible. Here we go, and then you can go right up into them. All right, so yeah, pretty decent strings, honestly. I like the amount of strings that end with throws. I actually like that because I like going for ground pressure. Like, you know, then I can pressure with my overhead, or I could go in here with a low. You know, you can do something on their wake up, which is pretty nice. But yeah, pretty decent strings. But to make full combos or to really, you know, figure the character out, we're gonna need to do a little bit of a extra, which is look at these special moves. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. We will clear out our basic attacks for now, even though I will probably have to go back here to look at this because, you know, this is the first time I'm looking at the character. I don't exactly remember all that stuff. But it looks like he has quite a bit of special moves here. So we're only going to mark the basic versions of them, and then once we get a grasp of the base version of the special ability, we can start looking at like these other variations of it. So we're going to start with ballistic suppression, approach, then this is more stuff for that. Just looking basically for the unique inputs. Looks like we have a command grab, which I'm really not great at landing those, so that'll be fun watching me struggle for a little bit. And it looks like superfluid matter is a stance. We have that. That. Are we nearing the end? It looks like it. Okay. So yeah, he has quite a few special moves. So let's just go and get right into it. I was messing around with earlier, so we know that down back one is just a gunshot. Standing gunshot. Down forward one, however, approach. Right? And that was an advanced option, but, you know, we're just messing around with stuff. So, yep. So we have a couple range options if we want to play range. Now, these are high projectiles, so our opponent can simply just duck and move in on us. So we got to be careful for that. Then we have acute angle hooks. Okay, yeah, so this is an overhead. Looks like if we whiff, it has quite the recovery time. Yeah, 54 frames of recovery. So this is definitely, like, we need to not whiff this because it can be punished quite a bit. But it looks like it's a mid. Comes out in 16 frames. Leaves him pretty close by, too, so we can move up, you know. Alright, and then we have his command grab, which... oh, it's not a command grab. Oh, command grab, that's not the command grab input, I'm done. We have the Wrath Hammer Emulation. Yeah, so that's pretty sick, actually. So we have a special that ends with or a special that's an overhead. If I can... Listen, I told you guys I'm terrible with this type of input, alright? There we go. So that's important to keep in mind. So we have another special move that's a low. You know, then we can mix that up at the end of our combos. So that we can keep that in mind. But I would definitely have to practice the input, because I'm just terrible at landing that. But next, Superfluid Matter, which I think is one of his stances. Alright. Oh, it's like kind of a running stance, okay. So it looks like on its own, we move straight through it, and then I'm going to try each one of the buttons. So this is, what is it? Superfluid Matter. Okay, this is 1. So mix a little spiky spike. Let's see, is that mid? Yep, that's a mid. Right. 2 is a launching mid. You can definitely move in for combos. If I remembered any of the strings, I would do something. Alright, and then let's try out 3. Alright, 3 is just a cancel, so I could, you know... Oh crap, he's not doing something. There is still 27 frames of recovery, so even when you do recover, it's not exactly the fastest, like, ability to block again, but yeah, you can still cancel out if you need to. So, that's a good to know. And then let's try 4. 4 is another... It looks like 4 and 2 are the same thing. Yeah, 4 and 2 are the same thing. Same damage, same arc, same everything. Alright, there we go. And then let's do the Sacral Spike, which you can control the distance of. Like, here's holding back, here's neutral, here's holding forward, and here's holding up. Maybe there's not an up version. But yeah, so he has some ranged options. And is this an actual low? Oh, it's a low into a mid. But the low hits first. Yeah, so certain combos I could do... let's try to land this. Into Wrath Hammer, which would be a mid-mid into an overhead. Or you could do mid-mid into a low. And they would have to guess. Now, the startup is 11 frames, so I think they might be able to react to that, but yeah, you know, still a good option. So that's kind of a mix-up we could do. All right, next, looking at his Massive Droplet, which is an air special. Oh, that's pretty funny. I actually really like that move. Certain moves you just like because they just feel good to hit, or the effects are great, and this is one of those moves. All right, so it looks like it's an overhead, so can I do it after I do something? Yep, so you can, I don't know, land a jump kick and then go into this for some a nice little bit of damage off of a jump kick, or you could... Ooh, I wonder if you could recover fast enough to combo off of that. I don't know, that seems really inconsistent. I don't know, see, there's little droplings where you might be able to mess around with stuff, and that's why I love learning new characters, is because just by looking at these moves, I'm already kind of getting ideas. But yeah, so it looks like it's an overhead aerial special move, like a drop kick kind of type move, so not too bad. And then final move, Amorphous Step. Oh, he gets a freaking slow man walk. And I guess I have different options out of that. Okay, so just like Superfluid Matter, we're going to go through Amorphous Step, but with the different options. So this is one. Look at the throw. Cool, I wonder if I can enhance that. Or if I do the enhanced version of Step, if I can combo off of that, which we'll look at that in a second. Cut all that stuff out too. Alright, here is 2. Okay, it goes into the acute angle hook special move. Okay. 3 is another throw, it looks like. Okay, it's the same throw as before. So 1 and 3 are throws, so I'm going to go ahead and assume 4 is also probably the... Oh, no, 4 is a cancel. Okay. So, okay, gotcha. So 1 is the throw, 3 is the throw, 2 is acute angle hooks, 4 is cancel, which still has 27 frames of recovery, though. Actually, if you hold block... Oh, if you hold block, it's actually a little faster. You can get it out in 20 frames. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, so those are the base special moves. Now let's go through the entire list again, but enhanced. So now we have Ballistic Suppression, which enhanced just looks like it fires more bullets, more damage, Ballistic Approach. I did see a couple options with this. It looks like when you enhance it regularly... Let's see, that did 57 damage. Oh yeah, it does more damage. But if you go to the move list, if I go back to the top... Yeah, it looks like you can hold down 1 and... Does that go into the grab? Okay, so holding down 1 in the regular version just shoots more, but holding down 1 with the enhanced version goes into a reverse throw. Which, once again, important to note. Let's say I'm in the corner. I'm in the corner, I need to get out. I could do something like... Boom. Now he's in the corner. Now I can go into the corner and start doing stuff to him. Or whatever I want to do. So that's good to know. Okay, let's look at the next move. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any of the effects or the different variants of it. Yeah, it looks like Tornado Slam just has enhanced, and the hooks has enhanced, the Wrath Hammer has enhanced. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the rest of them just have the enhanced versions, no other like hold down buttons. Okay, cool. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I want to make sure so I don't miss anything. So if I'm learning a character, I don't want to realize I have a tool in my toolkit that I could have been using this whole time, you know? But, okay, let's see, Tornado Slam Emulation. I think I skipped over that, actually. Oh, I 100% skipped over this earlier. Oops. Alright, cool. Well, that's a good move. Reverse Slam. Enhance. Ooh, Enhance goes into combos. So you could do, I don't know, something that goes into that. And then finally, Wrath Hammer Emulation. I think that might just deal more damage. Regular does 9%. Oop, I'm doing every wrong move. Nope. Nope. And that does 120. Okay, so it does 9% to 12% with the enhanced version. Okay, so that's not anything crazy. Superfluid Matter. I wonder what the enhanced version does. I wonder if everything just does more damage or what. So that did 70 damage. Regular also did 70. Okay, let's see. No spikes. Oh, so enhanced version adds spikes, so that you can actually get like 2 hits off, maybe. Maybe I could do like... Oh, yep. Okay, so the enhanced version makes it where you can actually hit as you're passing through 1 time. Okay, so that... See, that's really freaking cool, because then you could do stuff like this. You could go into another combo or any number of things. Like, I don't know. Let me see if I can put something together real quick. There we go. That was not really good for 2 bars, but you can see how like the moves will chain together. Okay, so let's do the Sacral Spike. Let's see. Regular does 7%. Enhanced is 9%, so it looks like more damage. Regular does 70. Enhanced does 70, but I go into my form. This would be good if people keep blocking. Like if you've gone for this for a couple of times and they've kind of gotten onto your trick, you could do like, you know, something like that, you know? Oh, he's saucy. I can tell you right now he's saucy. I can tell you right now. Okay, so Morphous Step, let's go ahead and enhance that. Let's see, the throw that does 11% versus 9%. Okay. That does 11% versus... Okay, so yeah, more damage on the enhanced versions. All right, okay. And I think before we try putting some of this stuff together and try formulating some combos and all that stuff, I think we're going to take a look at the Fatal Blow and how we can actually combo into that. And I wanted to make sure I preface this section on its own, so when I'm editing this later, I know to start changing the colors of stuff, because YouTube hates Mortal Kombat. But yeah, let's go ahead and go into the Fatal Blow. Okay, it looks like it is a long attack. Okay, so yeah, it's a long single hit with 121 frames to start up, 5 active frames. Okay. But can you combo into it, I wonder? Let's just do a quick little... Yep, okay, you can. Alright, sweet. Actually, just realized I don't... you know what? I'm not going to do that to you guys. I was going to say I actually don't need to show it to show how to combo into it, but nah, I'm not going to do y'all like that. I'm not going to do y'all like that. I'll show it off. We got the Movado. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. And he's going in. Ooh, actually, I haven't seen this in a while. Ooh. Well, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and try to put some of this stuff together. First, I'm going to go and tag a couple of my basic attacks. Alrighty, we got our basic attacks marked because, I just decided it's gonna be easier for me to remember all of this stuff versus everything else. So yeah, okay. So we have some of our regular moves marked. We have some of our special moves memorized just because their commands are pretty easy. So now I'm just going to start messing around with the stuff. I might do like a little, like, I don't know how I'm going to edit this together. I might do a little time lapse, a little like fast forward thing. But I will catch you guys in a second when I have a couple things, like a couple combos figured out. Alright, after messing around for about 15-20 minutes, here is a couple little short combos that I have came up with. I decided three combos, kind of each with different openers and stuff, but just a little taste of what T1000 can do and what you could do if you just, try to figure things out for a little bit. Now, of course, combo videos are there for a reason. You should definitely look for those, but I do think that there is some value to learning a character on your own and memorizing that stuff on your own. So yeah, here's some sample combos with T1000, and I hope you enjoyed my little learning process on a character, and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think I can do to improve the series, like what I could do to make it better, and what character maybe I should try to learn next, or I should take like a first look at next. But yeah, thanks for watching, and here are a couple T1000 combos.